All right, everybody, here we are. This is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show, and today's guest is our friend Matt. And Matt sent me a wonderful gift the other day in the mail. Matt, tell him what you sent me because I was just in awe with what it was. Thank you so much. Tell him what it was.
Okay, sure. My name is Matt, and I own a company called Exotic Superfoods, and we sell frozen coconut water and frozen coconut meat. And just recently, we're now bringing to the market frozen durian, and we are actually bringing 5 different varieties of durian to the market. So I sent Paul a package that contained a sample of each type of durian, as well as jackfruit and the coconut water and our coconut meat. And I saw his video of him checking out his package, and he looked like he was a kid in a candy store, just eating the durian. So, I mean, if you love durian, these varieties are just absolutely amazing. And it's one of me and my wife's favorite foods to eat. So, we just go crazy for it, and that's why we brought these durians to the market, so anybody who feels the same way about it, like Paul does, we would be able to offer it to them.
Well, Matt, I was a kid in the candy store because look what you gave me, man. I mean, you gave me the world's greatest fruit. I mean, it was out of this world. But
Yeah, great.
what's amazing is that people can't just walk into any store and get this stuff, especially organic. And I've been to Malaysia and I've been to Thailand, and even there it's hard to get organic durian. Man, how in the world did you manage to get organic durian? And it's amazing.
Well, it's a matter of trust for us over in Thailand. The people that we deal with in Thailand to get it, they actually follow a very strict raw food diet where they do a mono raw food diet, and they don't even eat anything in combination with each other. And they've been doing this for about 17 to 20 years. And so, even though the durian is not certified organic, because we trust these people so much that they actually go out and find farms that are not spraying anything on these durian trees, and the varieties that they're getting are in small amounts, so it's not like huge giant commercial farms that are spraying down the trees and putting all sorts of chemicals on them. So right now, it's just trusting them to find the farmers that are just growing it without the use of any chemicals, and then bringing them to the market.
Well, I want to talk about that in a second because, there's, I don't know what kind of certification there is when it's come from overseas, but before we get to that, explain to everyone what durian is and why you're doing this.
Well, durian is an exotic fruit. It's like a pretty large fruit. It's about this size, and it's all spiky on the outside. And inside the fruit are these sort of like custardy, creamy, almost like referred to as like pillows on the inside. And there's all these segments and sections. When you tear open the durian, you'll find anywhere maybe from 6 to maybe 12 of these pods. Each pod has a seed inside it, and the fruit is just amazing. I mean, if you're really into eating exotic fruits and exploring things that are different and not just apples and oranges, then the durian it's really the king of fruits. I mean, there's nothing, on the planet that can top eating a durian, compared to anything else.
I have to agree with you. I agree 100%. But we're going to talk more about your coconut water and also the jackfruit in a little while. But so, when did you personally first taste a durian?
I think I first tried a durian probably about, it had to be maybe, I would say close to 9 to 10 years ago.
Tell us about that experience.
Well, when I first tried it, I actually loved the flavor of it, even though I did find the smell a little overwhelming. But I loved the flavor so much that I just continued to buy them and eat them. And eventually, the smell just sort of didn't bother me anymore. And it actually became like a really good smell to me. Like when I smelled it, it just almost attracted me to it, where I just wanted to gravitate towards wherever that smell was coming from and eat the durian. So after a while, I would say it's just like anybody who eats other types of food that have a strong smell. if they like those foods, the smell is not even going to be noticeable to them as something offensive. It's actually going to be something that's enjoyable.
Well, how did you hear of it? Did you just see it in a store and decide to eat it, or
I
is there some?
actually heard about it through you, through the Durian King. When I first got into eating a raw food diet, and we were reading Paul's book, and he was talking about the durian in there. I said, okay, I want to check this out and see what this thing is because, opening up to a raw food lifestyle, you find out there's all sorts of things that, we've never eaten in our lives that probably are pretty amazing. So I just started to experiment. And as soon as I found out through Paul about this, I said, I got to, see where I could get one of these and grab a hold of it and check it out. And when I did, I really liked it instantly.
So what? When did you first come up with the idea that I gotta, get these delivered in the United States organically?
Well, we were going to the Asian supermarkets, and to tell you the truth, for the most part, we are kind of disappointed with what we find there. Me and my wife go there. We buy the traditional Montong, frozen, the whole thing. A lot of times, we might buy, say, 10 of them and bring them back, and sometimes we were only getting maybe five of them would be good, and even when they were good, they were nowhere near the quality of what we're bringing in now, and also nowhere near a quality of Malaysian durian that we had been getting that was frozen in boxes, which was, totally amazing. And, seeing that just made us, say, okay, since we're bringing in, coconut water and coconut meat already from Thailand, then, since they have the amazing durian over there, we need to just bring this in as well. And so that's when we decided to work with them and get the durian packaged up and frozen and have it come over and, distribute it everywhere.
Now all your products are certified. You got coconut water and coconut meat as well, and they come from Thailand as well. Because you can't really get organic coconut water in the United States, pretty much anywhere, unless you have a coconut tree in your backyard. So how do you know, like, what kind of? I know you said you know the people out there, but is there kind of a standard like they do in the United States for organic?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same way. They actually have, people from Malaysia. That's where the certifiers come from, and they come over there and they test the soil and they test the coconuts, and they do all basically the same type of testing that they would do here or anywhere else. And once everything comes up, checking with no pesticides, fungicides, herbicides, anything like that, then it gets the certification. And right now, it's actually USDA certified organic. And right now in Thailand, they're actually working on another certification, which would be a European organic standard. So hopefully that'll also become available, say about 2 months from now.
Well, tell us a little about your coconut meat and the coconut water products. Why you got involved with them and how you offer it to people.
All right. Well, I want to say, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, we had opened up a raw food store in Fresh Meadows, Queens. And when we opened it up, we first started using the conventional Thai coconuts that are sort of either shaped like a little house or some people say pencils. And we were using them. And then we found out that those coconuts were being dipped in chemicals before they were being shipped over because of the length of time of shipping coconuts ocean freight is anywhere from about 6 weeks or more. And by the time they would get here, they would actually be full of mold and spoiled if they didn't dip them. But the problem is they're dipping them in these really harsh chemicals where they're putting on chemical suits and dipping these coconuts before they ship them. And, once we found that out, we decided, we didn't want to use this product anymore in the store. And even though it hurt us, to not have young Thai coconuts in the store, everybody coming in ask for them, we were constantly searching for a source to see where else could we get them from, could we get them organic, and eventually we found some people in Thailand where we could actually get them from. Now, when we started, we were actually having overnighted plane loads of fresh coconuts flown in organically that would go right from Thailand to JFK Airport in New York, and we would go and pick them up, bring them back to the store, and then we would start using them and sell them there. Now, the only problem was that these coconuts, because of the whole air freighting and everything, was very expensive. And these little small organic coconuts were going for about $10 for each coconut, which was really, too expensive. And, people really couldn't afford to spend $10 on one small coconut where, you might get, maybe 8 ounces of coconut water or something like that if you're lucky, and then, a small amount of coconut meat. The other problem was these coconuts had to be sold in a matter of, I'd say, about 2 weeks, or they started showing signs of molding on the outside because they were organic and not dipped. So after a while, realizing that we could not sell these plain loads of coconuts, organic ones, fast enough, that we needed to do something else. So then we worked with this company in Thailand to figure out a solution, which was to have the coconuts opened up and bottled right there in Thailand, and then frozen, and then have everything shipped over in a frozen container. This way, there would be no spoilage or need for preservatives or for pasteurization. Once we got everything in and we tasted the product, we realized that it actually tasted a lot better than the coconuts that were being flown over, because the product is so fresh that when they open the coconuts and put the water in bottles and freeze it, there's no chance for the coconut water or the coconut meat to age any further. So we actually liked the product better and realized that now it was giving us time to sell the product and without spoilage and without the use of pasteurization or any chemicals whatsoever.
Don't you run into any problems with customs? Because I know when you bring food in, customs is usually an issue.
Customs is an issue if you bring things in the shell. So if you bring durian in the shell without freezing it or doing irradiation to it, or coconuts the same way, then it's a problem. A lot of things have to be done to it. But once fruits are taken out of the shell, or coconut water is coming in, out of the husk and in a bottle frozen, then they don't require anything done to it. So therefore, it doesn't have to be pasteurized or irradiated or anything like that. And because our product stays frozen in a frozen container the whole shipping process, we have had times where it's gotten held up by customs, but it just stays in that container and stays frozen the whole time until it's finally released, and then we get it. But because of that, there's really no problems, and we don't have to worry about spoilage or anything going bad.
How'd you find somebody in Thailand? You said you found somebody in Thailand. How?
It was just basically researching online. We just researched online and found a company that actually was selling these coconuts. They would have them air freighted, to people, and it would come in, I think, to LA, and then they would just send it overnight from LA to people's homes. So we just contacted them and talked to them about the fact that we wanted to actually do this in large amounts to sell them in stores, and get it, distributed all over the place. So, working with them, that's how we just gravitated towards the frozen coconut water.
Well, I gave everybody your website, and some people went there, but they didn't see Durian on your website. Uh,
Durian is a new product. It's something that we just brought in, and we're actually, about to set all that up so they can go to the website and they can see all the varieties, and then they'd be able to order it and see information on it to find out what durian is and get our feedback on each, variety that we've brought in and which ones we like the best and what makes each variety different. So if they look for that soon, just give us, a week or two, and we should have that up on the website, all about the durian and pictures of showing the difference of every variety.
but can they call you now to place an order?
Yes, right now they can call us right now, and we can, send durian. We've actually been selling it in the New York area, and we've also expanded over into LA, where we have an LA branch, and they've been selling the durian there as well with the coconut products, the water, and the meat.
And how are your prices? Because it sounds like an expensive process.
Well, the coconut water is definitely slightly more expensive, organic than the conventional. But recently, the baby Thai coconuts are very, high in demand, and the prices have skyrocketed either way. So when people, buy these conventional Thai coconuts, they'll see that the price is almost doubled, and now they're dealing with something conventional. And when they open them up, you don't know what you're getting. Sometimes they're bad inside already, and you have to throw them out right away. So when you buy our product, it's organic. You know it's good for you. It hasn't been irradiated. It hasn't been dipped in chemicals. So price wise, it's really worth it, and you're actually getting for our large bottle of coconut water is 32 ounces. You can be getting anywhere from 4 or 5 coconuts worth of water in those bottles, and the meat is the same way. One package of our meat is about 6 or 7 of the baby coconuts that it would take to get 1 pound of meat in a package. So price wise, it's really not too bad, and especially realizing the quality of the product and the lack of labor that people don't have to do anymore as far as opening up the coconuts and discarding the shells. And so I think it's really worth it, and it balances out in the end.
Exactly. I remember I used to get those Thai coconuts when they first came out, and they were so inexpensive, and the price has, in some cases, more than doubled. And
Yeah.
and the thing is, if you buy a case of 9 of those, you open them up, at least half of the time you're going to get 3 or 4 in a case that aren't even good. It's which makes it even more. But your product was completely different. I mean, I on a regular basis get the coconut water here right out of the coconut because I live in South Florida, and I'm telling you, yours tastes very just as fresh, but even better because it's cool. Because here it's real hot, and there you're getting a cooled version of it. It's a wonderful drink, and I definitely recommend people get to your website. Give everybody your website, Matt.
Okay, our website is exoticsuperfoods.com. You can just go there, check it out. If you live in New York, you can see store locations, where to buy the products, or you can just send us an email or give us a call, and you can order our products from us.
Great. And tell us a little about the coconut meat, Matt, because I know it came in a package. How do they get it out of the shell and put it in? What
Okay, so
exactly?
basically they take the coconuts, they open them up, they put the water in the bottle, seal that up, freeze it, and then they just scoop out the meat. They just scoop it out with a spoon. They put it into these bags. They seal them up and they freeze them, and that's really it. It's pretty simple process. It's a lot of labor and a lot of work, and the people over there at the farms, they actually get paid, well to do this. So we're actually in the process of having our products certified fair trade because, the farmers actually get paid very well. In the past, there's been some other people who have tried to go to these farmers and cut out the company that we're dealing with right now, but because they pay them so well, these farmers would not leave their side because they know working with our contact in Thailand that they're actually getting paid really well. So pretty soon we will be able to put a fair trade symbol on our bottles to let everybody know that the workers who do all this work to harvest the coconut water and put the coconut meat in bags and freeze it are actually getting paid well. And we are also actually going to have kosher certification as well because the facility that's everything is being done at only does the coconut and fruits and nothing else is done in the facility. So it's actually, kosher already, but we'll have a rabbi come over there and certify the product kosher as well.
Wow, that's amazing. That is wonderful. Now, tell us, everyone, about jackfruit because I live here in South Florida and I have a jackfruit tree.
Yeah,
And
jackfruit actually, the only place it grows in the U.S. is in Florida or over in Hawaii. So it's, not the easiest fruit to come by. It is the largest fruit in the world, and when it's opened up, you see, like 100 of these like yellow segments, each with a little pit inside, and it's really juicy. And from what I've been told and found out through researching on the internet, the juicy fruit gum was originally and trying to imitate the flavor of jackfruit. So if you want to figure what the flavor might be, if you've ever had juicy fruit gum, even though you shouldn't be eating that anymore, it is somewhat similar to that. But it's really good. It's really juicy and sweet and flavorful, and it's something that we were really into as well because we've had jackfruit from Florida and we've had it in Hawaii, and we really like it as well. Not as much as durian, but jackfruit is also something that people should explore if they're into the exotic fruits, and it definitely is not as pungent smelling. So if people kind of shy away from the durian, then I suggest you at least try the jackfruit because it really is sweet and delicious, and it does make great smoothies as well as the durian.
Well, that's amazing, Matt. You got to promise me one thing here. If you ever take your company public and you go on to the New York Stock Exchange for shares, you got to give me the first crack at this.
All right, you got it, Paul. No problem.
Yeah, this is going to be big. I mean, this is going to be really big, folks, and I definitely recommend you check them out. Give out your website again, Matt.
Okay, my website is exoticsuperfoods.com. So go there, check it out, send us an email, give us a call. We're more than happy to help you with anything, so let us know.
Great, Matt. Thanks for joining us on the Raw Life Health Show, and we definitely look forward to you having you as a guest on again.
Oh, definitely, Paul. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us. You're a great friend, and we appreciate everything.
All right, thank you.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.